Hey friends and family, welcome back to another video here at Healing Together. My name is Adam, I go by Coach HardgainZ, that's the name of my coaching platform. I've been coaching bodybuilders, current and recovering drug addicts, as well as mentoring troubled youth for over 20 years. Today's video is something that needs to be said. Unfortunately, it's going to be something that needs to be said continually and all the time. And guys, I hope that the people who need to hear this video are going to be the ones watching it, but typically that's not the case. Typically, it's the people that don't need to hear this message that are the ones watching it and receiving it. And the ones that need to hear it are the ones that don't want to pay attention. So I encourage all of you who are starting this video to continue watching this with an open mind. Because this is about criticism. Guys, there's already so much criticism going on in the world. Do you really think that we need more? Do you really think that we need to come on to someone else's video and criticize the message? Especially if it's a message like this one and the messages that I give out on a regular basis. Messages about recovery, about confidence, about security, about love, about overcoming our trials, our tribulations, and our addictions. Do you really think that someone watching this video who is looking for love and support, do you think that they want you to come on here after they have had the courage to comment on a video like this with maybe something that they're experiencing and have someone like you criticize them for what they're going through? The answer is no. So grow up. Don't be a bully. There's enough bullies in this world. I just encountered a couple bullies the other day. I'm going to share this with you. I was at my son's lacrosse game. My son is in 8th grade, and he's very, very athletic. In fact, I would say he's one of the most athletic kids on that field. And he jumps into any sport and excels at it. And so he's on the lacrosse field kicking butt. And the other team has, this is a home game. It's our field, right? And the other team has their little cheering section of parents and people supporting them, right? And there's these guys over here who are yelling and screaming. This is 8th grade lacrosse, by the way. And one father is cursing, and the older son that's with the father, that are watching their younger brother, younger son, or whatever, these guys are over here, get the fucking ball, come on, get the fuck, and yelling at the refs, come on, ref, get the fucking this. And finally I turn around and I say, come on, stop. And the dad goes, what? He's got the invisible lat syndrome, and he turns around and he goes, what? He didn't say nothing. And the kid's like, what's your problem? The kid's maybe 19, by the way. I mean, I would literally choke the kid out in half a second. And they're both tough. They're both got the invisible lat syndrome, father and son. And they turn around, what? And I said, he's cursing. He's saying the F word, and my little kids are right here. And I've got my little kids here, 5, 8, 10. And there's other little kids in the audience. And he's over here swearing, get the effing ball. And the dad goes, he didn't say nothing. And the son goes, I didn't curse. And everybody heard it. I mean, I can't tell you how many faces turned around and were like this. And my son, my 16-year-old goes, yeah, Dad, he definitely said the F word. And they're yelling at me, well, you owe him an apology. You owe my son an apology. And I'm like, I owe him an apology? And I said, young man, did you say the F word? And I say this to the kid, and he goes, I didn't say that. I didn't curse. I didn't say nothing. So the dad's teaching the son to be a coward, the dad's teaching the son to lie, and the dad's teaching the son not to be a man and take responsibility for what he did say in front of little kids. And he's demanding an apology from me. But there's not a lot I could do because they're lying. And when you catch someone in a lie and they're not going to be man enough to come out with the truth, there's not a whole lot you can do. And so I didn't say it. And the dad's going like this to me. And the mom is sitting there, got her hand on his chest, like the dad going, hold me back, that bullshit. Hold me back, to his wife, right? And I just look at him, and I look at the son, and they're just like yelling and, like jock dad, bully dad teaching jock bully douchebag son to be a jock bully douchebag. So it's like bully raising a bully. And they're just like, you know, barking away. And I'm just like, I couldn't hear a word they're saying. They just sounded like Tweedledee and Tweedledum morons. And I just look at them and I'm like, this is really sad. This is really a shame. Because this is the example that he's setting for his son, and that they're setting around all. And I can't tell you how many people, I mean, literally half a dozen people came up to me after that game. And by the way, I waited outside the gate off of the field for the dad and the son to come by. And I waited for them. And I waited for my girlfriend to put my kids in the car and so they could walk away. And I stood there waiting, and I looked at them and I waited for them to walk by. And I just stood there and I smiled at them and I said, now what? And I waited. And they both walked by and didn't say a word. So when they had the opportunity to be tough, they didn't. And they just said, all right. And they walked by and left. And I said, all right, guys, have a great day. And the mom, the wife, goes, oh, thanks a lot. Okay, bye. See ya. And you could tell she was very nervous. And she took them and literally walked them to the car. Walked the embarrassment of the father and son to the car. Hopefully she smacked them around when they got home a little bit. But it looks to me like he's probably the kind of guy that smacks his wife around. Not to be judgmental, but that's really what it looked like. So, there's bullies around the world all over the place, right? I mean, I'm 44 years old, I've got kids, and I'm like, come on, guys. I mean, I could literally, like, trash the two of you at the same time in a matter of a second. Break the dad's knees, put him on the ground, choke him out, twist the neck. There's really not a whole lot that either that guy or his son could do to me, even the two of them together. But you gotta let them think that they're tough. Let the bullies think that they're tough. Now, if either of them touched me or touched any of my kids or touched someone else, that changes everything. But bullies are going to be bullies, is my point. And as long as it just stays verbal, who cares? I've been through too much stuff in my life. It doesn't really matter, and it doesn't take anything away from me. It just proves who they are. It proves what kind of cowards they are. It proves how weak they are. There's nothing that really needs to be done at that point. It's like they just proved themselves to every single person in that stadium that they're a couple of bullies, lying, cowardly morons. So don't come on here, watch these videos, and start criticizing, okay? Now, on to the topic of Kratom, because this is also still very important, very applicable. We need to mention Kratom is gaining momentum, but it's also gaining momentum under the wrong terms. It's gaining momentum with misunderstandings about what Kratom is, what Kratom is used for, what Kratom is good for. So I can really encourage all of you to continue to watch all the other Kratom videos that we've made and pass them around to your friends, because that's where all of the meat and potatoes is, where all the good information is, where the facts are. That's where all of my anecdotal evidence is compiled in these videos. But criticizing other people who are coming onto this channel looking for help, looking to reach out, that is not going to help anyone. And I hope you realize that it's also not helping you as someone who is being critical. What do you think you're doing for yourself? You're doing nothing. Not for them and not for yourself. Being that kind of a person, being that kind of a critical, overly critical, bullying kind of person, it's not even helping yourself. So get over it. Let it go. Don't be that way, because you're not helping others and you're not helping yourself. All right? So as we move forward on this channel, I hope that this encourages all of you watching, you viewers. Please like the videos, subscribe to the channel, pass the videos around, and let's build this community to be something positive. And that is why it's called Healing Together. Healing together. We are healing together. We are in this together. We are healing together, and we are supporting each other. So friends, thank you for watching another video. I hope that this message comes across in the right way, and I really, really hope that the people who need to watch it, need to see it, are humble enough and are going to be open-minded enough to consider the message, to watch it, and to then apply it to their lives. Catch you in the next video, guys.